This is the journey to One Africa. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to SNOA, and this is Mika. Let's get right into it. I just want to remind you guys to subscribe, like, follow, leave your comment below section. We would love to go through that. But also, if you'd like to support what we do here at SNOA, please sign up for the membership. It's the way that you pledge your commitment, and every single month you can actually support and stand with us. You can also use Patreon in the description, and PayPal, super chat, super sticker, super thanks. We appreciate you guys for standing right there with us. The news that I'm going to share right now, it is not really good news, especially in the eastern side of Africa. I don't know about other parts of Africa, but this news has been coming again and again and again from the eastern side of Africa. Right now is the rain season. And I mean, the rain that has been happening right now in the eastern side of Africa is like never before. Nobody has ever seen it. I just spoke with one of my friends from Rwanda. I said, it's been raining over and over and over again in Tanzania, specifically the city of Dar es Salaam and Morogoro. It's been raining every single day, floods everywhere. In Nairobi, Kenya, it's been raining. But the sad thing is that a lot of people have been died because of this. The thing about weather is that, first of all, let me just say this, that I'm sending my condolences to all the families that are lost. For example, I'm seeing the news here in Tanzania. Actually, more than 155 people have been killed because of the floods. More than 200,000 people have been misplaced, like their homes have been distracted, and a lot of people have been injured as well. I think more than 100 people have been injured. And I'm looking the same thing in Kenya. I'm seeing that at least 70 people have been killed, and these are the numbers of people that we know. So perhaps this number can go even higher than the way you see right now. 70 people, plus in Kenya have been killed because of the flood going on and the heavy rains. In Tanzania, more than 155. I've been checking about Uganda, so you can let me know about other countries in Africa. Uganda, if there's any other country that people have been dying because of the flood that is going on, please let me know. And what I was about to say is that, the thing about the weather of flood is predictable. We have weathermen, we have forecast weather, whereby you can know that, in this year, things will be this side and that side. And I think, for example, in the case of Tanzania and even in Kenya as well, these people that have been killed, of course, not only in the city, but also in the countryside. But I think one thing that always Africa we're lacking behind is taking precaution of things like this when it happened. You guys, the flood that has happened in Dubai. I've been seeing the, how they've been taking care of it, and it's been very fascinating. I mean, nothing like that has ever happened in such a long time. But how they're taking care of it, and when you talk about infrastructure, when you talk about the precaution that they're taking, then you could see that these people are actually prepared on tackling this issue, this problem that is happening. But the case of Africa is a little bit different. The flood issue is actually happening every single year, because every single year we have a rain season. And mostly in the city side, you will see the major problem is infrastructure. The way that our infrastructure have been built, they're not conducive, especially when we have heavy rain, right? The roads will be completely destroyed. People will no longer be able even to go to school. So school has to be canceled, has to be closed. The roads has to be closed. And you have all these traffic jams. Everything is just messed up, right? The houses, and this one is not just a blame. You cannot blame government for this, because usually even the people as well, the places that some of the houses, the places that they built, perhaps they have been restricted, that you cannot build here, but they face consequences like this. This is something that I think we need to take serious. It's something that we have to take serious, because rain is a blessing. But if you're not prepared enough, rain, it could be a curse. In Africa, there's been happening of, hunger in Zambia and southern part of Africa. But at the same time, we've been having floods. So look at this. Last year, we had a news from Kenya that, there's a hunger in Kenya. But look at this rain right now, what is happening. What are we doing to prepare ourselves from tackling these issues that we're facing? Because on the other hand, you have hunger. On the other hand, you have heavy rains. Does it make sense to you guys? Does it make sense? I think we're not prepared enough to face this issue and these challenges. The rain is supposed to be a blessing, but do we have conducive infrastructure that can actually help us, you know, I mean, not our people to be killed and to actually take care of the rain that is happening in the countries? But when I look at this number 155 in Tanzania, 70 in Kenya, then my heart is in pain, because I'm like, how did we get here? Did we not see this coming? Is this the sacrifice of the rain that we are having right now in the countries? What can we do so that the issue that is happening today is not happening next year? Let me tell you this, guys. I might be coming here next year during the rain season to talk about the same exact thing. Because the only time we wake up is when the flood happening. That's when we wake up that, okay, we need to do something. But did you not think about this prior to the rain happening? People that are in charge of this sector, did you not think prior to the rain happening? Because, okay, so many accidents are happening. I just saw the accident, somebody died, you know, the other day, you know, because of the heavy rain and all those stuff. And it's hurting, guys. It's really hurting. Because as a continent, we really need to figure out how can we save our people from dying from the just natural calamities. The stuff like this rain and this is not even natural calamities. I mean, rain, yes, it's naturally, but the way that people are dying is just lack of preparation, lack of taking precaution. And I think, you know, I've realized, you know, when I lived outside of Africa, that's when I realized that it's not normal for young people to die. Because I was there, living there for 9 years, and I saw no young person just dying out of nowhere. The person who died, perhaps, you know, they got like into a car accident, which is rarely happening, you know, because of the infrastructure that they built and because of the policies, you know, of driving. You know, you cannot drink and drive. If that happens, then you're going to be in serious trouble. But you barely see that in Africa. Perhaps in just few countries, right? If you go to Rwanda, it's a different case. So kudos to Rwanda with that. If somebody died, then perhaps they killed themselves. But you're not going to see young people just dying anyhow. You know, I've lived there for 9 years. I've witnessed a lot of old people dying because their time has come to an end. And these are people that part of their lifestyle is not really healthy. Drinking a lot, smoking a lot, but living long. Then I'm asking myself, what is the issue with Africa? Why do we have young people dying all the time? Then I realized that we are not prepared enough and we are not taking precaution enough. If we take it serious, just normal things, infrastructure, all these, you know, natural things that are happening, rain, heavy rain in the country. You know, this heavy rain is supposed to be an opportunity for us to actually make a lot of electricity out of this rain, because you channel this water somewhere in order for you to get what? To get electricity. It's possible. You find in our countries we cannot even have clean water, but there must be a way for us to use the rain water that is coming right now heavily to serve, to treat it, and to give to our people to have safe and clean water. In Africa, you know, because of the rain like this, it's supposed to be free water everywhere. What are we doing? Okay, perhaps they're saying, okay, this is the technology that we don't have. Yeah, then what are we gonna do to have that technology in order to save our countries? Because right now we have heavy rain, but the time of drought is coming. Then how are we doing? This reminds me of the country of Egypt back in the days. I read this in the Bible, when they had like 7 years of abundance and 7 years of drought. So what they did, the first 7 years, led by Joseph. So the first 7 years, what they did, they grow crops. They did everything they can. They saved as much as they could so that they can sustain their lives in the 7 years to come. It's the same thing in Africa. We know what is about to come later in the future. What are we doing right now during the heavy rain to save for the future? Oh, do you have that about Uganda? Not yet? All right, if you get it, you just give it to me. We're trying to find the data of Uganda, perhaps, and other countries as well in Africa, if the rain has been happening, flood, and how many people have died. Right now, I just know this, you know, Kenya and Tanzania. So we always must be prepared. And we must take precaution. As a citizen, as a people, we must take precaution. So we must know that we cannot build our houses in the places where there's valleys. Why? Because when the rain comes, all the water is going to come there and you're going to get yourself killed. And as a government, we must be prepared. We must have plan A, B, C, D. We must know what is going to come next year, 10 years from now, and what can we do to save that from happening. Or even when it happens, it's not going to be a curse, but it's going to be a blessing. This flood that is happening, you cannot blame God and be like, what the hell is going on? God, why did you do this? No, 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 no. God is actually blessing you. It's up to you, and He has given you a brain and a mind to use it to serve yourself. These are the blessings. Rain is the blessing. No matter how heavy or how little is coming, it's a blessing. God has already promised that He shall never kill the people with the rain or with the flood anymore. He said that. So why this is happening right now? We're not well prepared. We're not using our brain. And it's sad, man, because if this is happening in the country, then what kind of people do we have in the country? You know what I'm saying? 155 deaths. It's not just something to say I'm sending condolences. No, it's something to asking that what are you guys doing? 70 people, 150 people, what are you guys doing? Why these numbers keep increasing? Why people continue to die? There must be a proper explanation about this. So my message today, if you are listening, Africa, is this, that you know what is going to come. You must be prepared and you must take precaution. If there's other natural disaster going to happen, that is up to God. But we as a people, we must be well prepared enough to tackle all these challenges. You got that? All right. Give it to me.
It's there for Tanzania, it's for Kenya, but for Uganda, there's no date. It's only the destructions of roads and
okay.
people's lands away from their homes.
All right, that's cool then. So guys, as you heard, we only have data for Kenya and Tanzania, but for Uganda, it just seems like there's been just destruction of the infrastructure and everything. And I just spoke to one of my friends from Rwanda. He said there's a heavy rains going on there, but I didn't hear any tragedies happening. So you know, kudos to that. And I think when you go, for example, when I went to Rwanda, I saw the infrastructure, the way they built, and I'm like, I don't know. You guys let me know if you know anything, because I would like to know in all these countries in Africa, how many deaths do we have in this strike? This is the blessing, but you know, it seems like it's a curse to Africa. And not only to, you know, my focus is on Africa, not any other country. So please, you guys let me know, and I would like to know that and how to understand that, because yeah, I mean, it does not really make sense to have all these, you know, all these issues happening in the you know, in the country, you know. Yeah. Well, do you have anything to add about this news? Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. So as you've heard it, I don't know. You guys let me know. Help me out in the comment section. Help me know, and yeah, I'd love to know what you guys are thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much. But you know, hopefully, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry for all the families that have, you know, wasted, and I hope there'll be a proper way, you know, to make sure that this is not happening again. Rain is gonna keep on coming, but how well are we prepared to stop the tragedies from happening in our countries? I think that's the question that we should ask ourselves, and that is the way we should take. And we as a people of the continent, I think we need to, you know, to take our position, to do our part, to be precautious, but also to question, you know, the government and the leadership, you know, what are the strategies on stopping from this from happening? Because this number of people is not little. It's a huge number of people. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys soon.